Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Chauskas. Today is the 25th of June 2018. So welcome. Good morning everyone. So I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. So we're back into this another trading week. So but before we have a look at the charts, as usual, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Also, before we jump into the charts, quick reminder of our JFD Brokers website here, where you can go in here and click research and go into JFD research. It will take you to our little web page, which we update on a daily basis with different trading shoutouts, the technical analysis, and of course our daily analysis. But for today will be a strategic report that we produce every morning. Of course, you can register here and get it through your email. So yeah, feel free to check us out, register here, get our strategic report for the week ahead, and yeah, I think you can find something useful here. So, but for now, let's quickly have a look at the charts. So the first one I want to touch on is the S&P 500. Now, last week, of course, we saw this move here on Thursday and Friday, so we are currently kind of slightly balancing on this upwards moving midterm upwards moving support line here that's running since the 3rd of May. Certainly continue monitoring it, because at the moment, just judging by this picture, it seems that it's looking weak. And if this continues moving lower, keep a close eye on this key area of 2742, approximately there. Now this area acted as a good area of support here recently. Then of course it acted as a very good area of resistance here in May. So continue monitoring it, guys. A break below that could open the door towards these lower levels. The first one we were going to be watching would be the 2700, and then of course lower. So for now, keep a close eye on the 2742. Let's see what happens with that level. On the upside, if we get a nice strong move back above this this upwards moving support line, then well, we could start aiming for the 2790 or even the 2800. Now this area is quite important here. You can see that acted as a very good area of resistance recently, and of course the 2800 was a good area of resistance here in March. So if we get some breaks here above these two levels, especially the 2800, well, this could open the path towards these higher levels here at around 2840, something like this here. So keep a close eye on this, guys. I mean, there are some good levels to watch, and certainly, of course, because we're currently balancing around this midterm upwards moving support line, so that would be a good one to watch as well. Looking at the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq is moving lower here, so we can see that Thursday and Friday were marked by these two bearish candles, and certainly, of course, now we can see that we're holding on onto this upwards moving trend line here that's running from May, the end of May, and of course, so if we get a nice break here below this trend line, then well, this could turn out to be ugly for the index, and we could start maybe moving lower. But certainly for us to become even more bearish on this one, we would need to see, well, not only a close below this upwards moving trend line, but also this 21 EMA that we've got here shown as the yellow line. And if we do get a confirmation like that, then of course we'll start considering this 7105 mark, or even actually lower. So good levels to watch here are the 70 7010 and the 6990. So, and of course, if we'll continue dropping further, we could end up seeing Nasdaq moving towards this 50 EMA here. But for now, of course, let's not get ahead of ourselves too much, and let's keep a close eye on this trend line and see what it wants to do. Looking at the FTSE 100, now Friday was marked by a very good strong bullish candle here on the daily chart, and of course now we're seeing that we saw that it got held here around the 21 EMA, shown here as the yellow line, and certainly for now we're just going to continue monitoring it, and we'll keep a close eye on this formation, especially as you can see that we are forming something like a falling wedge here, and there is of course some potential room here to the upside to touch the upper side of the wedge, but nevertheless stay sharp. Let's see if this area actually proves to be a very key area of resistance from which the index could reverse lower and move towards this area right here at around 7610. So for now, keep a close eye on this one, guys, and let's see what he wants to do with this upper side of the wedge. Looking at the DAX, and the DAX of course is well, had a strong selling candle here on Thursday, but on Friday we saw a bit of recovery, going back up again towards the 12,600. Never kind of reached it, closed below it. So now of course this is still the sentiment is still more to the downside rather than the upside, and of course keep a close eye on this level, the 12,600. If it reverses, if it continues to act as a good level of resistance, and then we see a reversal here, a reversal back down, certainly keep a close eye on the next good area of support at around 12,450. Now a break below that could send the index towards this low that we had here in on the 25th of April at around 12,300. So keep a close eye on this one, guys. There are some good levels to watch here. I'll probably repeat myself here a little bit. The 12,600 to watch out here on the upper side, and on the downside the 12,450. Looking at gold, and the gold, well, on Friday we saw this push higher. It tried to make a move higher. We had this level here marked, and we still have it here as a good potential area of resistance at around 1270. Now we saw that it made a push here a little bit above it, but nevertheless closed the day below that 1270 mark, and now we're seeing this move lower here on a daily candle. Certainly keep a close eye on it. If this continues to move lower, then the next potential area of support could be around the 1261 mark. So 1261 acted as a good area of support here in October, on the 6th of October 2017, so keep a close eye on it. We can see that last week it already made an attempt to touch that level, and of course if we get a break here below that, well, we could end up seeing gold moving even lower here. Certainly there are some good levels to watch here on the downside, especially the 1250 mark, approximately there, 1250, 1252, around that area. And if that doesn't hold, if it continues to move lower, then we do have a nice upwards moving trend line here that's running from November, around November time 2015. So a very good area to watch. Certainly it could act as a very good level of support, and that would be around the 1237, approximately there. This level was marked by the lows here that we had in December 2017. So keep a close eye on this one, guys. This at the moment, this is looking quite weak. Looking at the Brent, and yep, Brent oil, we can see that continues to hold below this short-term downwards moving trend line that's running here from the end of May, and continues. This line continues to act as a good line of resistance, and of course currently we're seeing a bit of a down move here. Certainly it continues to look a negative in the short run, but on the longer term picture, I mean, we can see that it continues to hold above its long-term upwards moving trend line that's running here from June 2017. So for now, continue monitoring this area, guys. I mean, until we see a breakthrough one of these sides, we're going to stay neutral on this one and just continue monitoring it. Certainly we could see if this continues pushing lower like this and we start testing these last week lows at around 73, around the 73 mark. Well, keep a close eye, and then on the 72.5, which was marked here by the lows of the 18th of June, and then of course, I mean, we could end up testing this upwards moving trend line here that I've just mentioned recently. So for now, continue monitoring this, and like I said, I'll repeat myself probably, we're quite neutral on this one for now. Looking at the let's have a look at a few pairs now, and the euro dollar, and it's last week it met its support here at around this 21 EMA, just bang on that level. We can see that here, and certainly for now we're very cautious with this one, because even though it's shown some good signs of strength at the end of last week, still we can see that this candle now is forming as a bearish candle and currently trying to push lower here. The bears are trying to take control here, and they want to kind of probably drag it all the way back down towards this upwards moving trend line. Let's see, of course, what happens. Certainly, if we get a reversal here back to the upside and we start seeing breaks above not only the 116,500 but also the 21 EMA here shown as the yellow line, well, this could be opening the path towards this next key area of resistance at around 117,250. Now a break above that could send this pair a little bit higher towards this 118,400, which would probably coincide here as well with the 50 EMA here shown as the red line. So for now, keep a close eye on this level, especially on this line, this 21 EMA. But for now, we can see that the bears are kind of trying to take control here, and maybe we could see a bit of a down move here again a little bit. So for now, like I said, stay sharp on this one, but I would probably recommend, yes, to be very careful with this one. Looking at GBP USD and GBP USD, similar moves like in the euro dollar, moving lower right now, and of course, overall we can see that, yes, I mean, we are looking quite weak, but to be honest, if we draw a nice trend line here, just let me quickly do that, guys. So this trend line here, connecting these points, we can see that last week it bounced off nicely of this trend line. This trend line, by the way, is drawn from around the 17th, around the 17th, 16th of January 2017. We can see that last week it bounced off nicely from that area. So it bounced off from the 131 mark. For now, of course, be very careful with this one. We could see maybe a bit of a reversal here again to the downside. We could test this 132.05 mark that I was talking about previously in my last videos last week. So we could get a test of that line, from which maybe we could see another bounce here to the upside. But to be honest, for now, we're also a bit neutral on this one. We just want to see what he wants to do with these key levels here. If it breaks below the 132.05 and makes a move lower, well, start aiming for this upwards moving trend line again. We could end up testing that line. Now a break below that could continue sending this pair towards lower levels, and of course the good one to watch here would be the 130.40, approximately there. On the upside, well, we would need to see a nice move here above the 133.40 in order to consider these higher levels here. Certainly for now, just keep on monitoring this zone, and let's see what it wants to do with that. Okay, guys, I'll have to wrap it up here. I hope you found this useful. If you want to join me later on today at my Traders Tea Time at 13:15 GMT time, 14:15 British Summer Time, where we're going to cover a few more pairs probably, and yep. But for now, I hope you have a good European session, and keep an eye on the price action. Bye-bye.